All right, welcome to the Gateway to Grace call. My name's Elizabeth Tobin, and today we'll see where we're going to go in our resonance repatterning session. So I do these calls the first Monday of the month, and here we are, the last call for 2021. Wow. Can you believe it? We are hurtling into the future. All right. Well, so let's see how we're going to start today. I heard from a number of people who wanted to be on the call but couldn't do it because of scheduling. So they asked to be proxied in, so they'll be included. And of course, you here who are on the call live can always go back and re-listen to the call. It's like redoing the session again. And you may notice that you feel some even deeper shifts or get some different insights as you do the replay. And for those of you who are finding this recording, you can set your intention right now and be included in this session as you watch the recording. That's the beauty of working with energy. We are working beyond time and space. So let's just take a little pause and we'll see where we're going to go today in the session. So I'm just going to ask your permission to muscle check for you to include your system as part of the group field. And you can just say yes if you'd like to be included. So may I have your permission to include you in the session today? All right. I'll open the chat box here. Oh, here's the chat. Okay, great. Yes. All righty. So, okay, good. So Christopher is going to be proxied in. Awesome. Good. All right. So let's see. So the best way for us to approach this session, to start the session today, is to do just open it up and see what people are wanting to address today. No, it's best to do a seed of transformation. It's best to start with a straight up proxy. Yes. Okay. Very good. So I'm going to be the proxy for the group to start with anyway, and then we'll see how the session progresses. So let me see where we're going to start. So we need to start with something from orientation. Problems into opportunities. Yes. Right. Let's see. Problems into opportunities. So this is looking at a problem and the opportunity it holds. And there's anything that would be beneficial for us to hear from the introduction? Yes. Okay. So it's something from here, something from here. Okay. So the power in every problem is when it motivates us to identify where we're out of sync within ourselves so that we can return to our natural state of order and balance within. And when our frequency pulsations are in sync, this automatically leads to positive change, to a sense of happiness, optimism, hope, perseverance, energy, and strength. Just going to take a little pause. Happiness, optimism, hope, perseverance, energy, and strength. Those sound like all needed qualities as we move into the future. I'm also thinking about here in the Northern Hemisphere as we move into the winter. The winter time for our ancestors was a time of going within, and it was also a time of potential starvation and danger, and people didn't make it through the winter. And so having that optimism, hope, perseverance, energy, and strength certainly would be beneficial. So let's see, there's anything more we need to hear from the introduction? No. Okay. So I'm just muscle checking here. This is a yes or an on response. It's an off response. Sometimes I'll go like that. So we need to identify the problem that we're facing. We do, okay? And it's best for me to open up the lines to get this from the group. No, okay. It's best for me to sort of delve into the group field and see what comes up. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's see. What's going on here? What is the problem? Okay. Uncertainty, overwhelm, fear, there's something more. No, okay. So uncertainty, overwhelm, and fear about the future. Okay. Can anybody relate to that? If you can relate to that, you can, Janine says amen. Azra says yes. Yeah. Penny says no. Good, Penny. And it may be that there's something going on underneath the surface that you're not aware of, or it could be an ancestral pattern that we're clearing for you, Henny, if you don't relate to it on a conscious level. Leanne says yes. Annette says yes. Okay. All right. So yeah. So we'll see. What else is needed? Okay. So let's check this. So checking this, say uncertainty, overwhelm, and fear about the future. Yeah, and we're resonating with that. So that's on. And then there's a negative feeling we need to identify. Yes, in addition to the fear, okay? So the negative feeling is confusion. There's something else. No, it's confusion. Yeah. And I don't know if confusion is technically a feeling or a state of mind, but we will we'll go with it. That's what's coming up. So so say confusion. Yeah, and we're resonating with that. And, you know, when we feel uncertain, overwhelmed, or fearful, it gets in the way of being able to tap into our inner knowing, which certainly can cause confusion. So as we clear out the uncertainty, the overwhelm, and the fear, we get to connect to ourselves and we feel more clarity. Okay. So there's a specific fear we need to identify. We do. Okay. And this is something I need to get from the group. It is. Okay. So, all right. So what are you afraid of? Anybody have anything that comes to mind? And you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat. Oh, Alan is going to be proxied in too. See that? Great. So what are you afraid of? Yes, Tabitha.
I think really it's like you mentioned, it's those primal fears of like running out of like no shelter, no water, no food, no protection from the elements,
Hmm.
and just being let down by source, which is ludicrous, but nevertheless, it's there.
Right. So let's see, there's any other fear we need to identify? No, we've got it here. Okay. So yeah, potential financial collapse. That certainly is running out of resources, right? Sure. Yeah, fear of not being good enough, which comes up as comparing myself and the work I do to others. Also a fear of not having enough money, right? Not having enough, running out of resources, not being good enough, not having the resources, the inner resources. Yeah. So let's check this. So say, I am afraid of running out of resources. No food, shelter, water, and protection. I'm afraid of being let down by source. Yeah, and we're resonating with that. Yeah. So yeah, this is some deep stuff here. So yeah, take a breath, blow it out. Yeah, Arya says, I'm afraid of being seen and my reputation decimated. No protection. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So there is a primary negative attitude that we need to identify. Yes. Okay. So the primary negative attitude is so the negative attitude we need to focus on is something from number one. It's number two. Okay, there's a helpless attitude. Well, that makes sense, right? Yeah. So the helpless attitude, something from A, something from B. So there are 8 different options, and it's something from 1 through 5. It's number 1. It's number 2. Okay. In the face of my difficulty, all I can do is feel bad, complain, and give up. Whew. Right? How defeated is that? Oh, that's a nice one to switch off. I'm going to write this down. So let's check this. General check. Okay. So say, in the face of my difficulty, all I can do is feel bad, complain, and give up. Yeah, and that's resonating. And just take a little pause and notice what you feel in your body. And I could feel like a little like twinge of pain by my liver. It's like, and liver is wood element, which is hope. My nose is really itchy. It's like follow your nose, right? Whew. Okay, so let's see. We need to identify an area of stress. We need to look at one of the 7 major brain areas. Yes, so we need to look at a brain area here. And the brain area that we need to focus on, let's see. It's number 1, it's number 2, it's number 3, it's number 4. In the prefrontal cortex. And issues manifest as poor concentration, disorganization, being late, an inability to plan, and hyperactivity. And so Carol had mentioned about trying to figure out which things to release, what belongings to let go of, right? So this should help in getting organized around that. And I know, Leanne, you're also kind of faced with that as well, right? Moving your house. It takes a lot of organization, a lot of planning. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we need to do with this. So the prefrontal cortex. So we need to switch off some non-coherence. We do. And the non-coherence that we need to switch off is something from 1 through 5. It's 6 through 10. It's number 6. It's number 7. It's number 8. I tend to arrive late is what we're going to switch off. And if you have a tendency to arrive late, obviously that's a direct connection, but there might be other ways that this shows up, this pattern. I tend to arrive late. Maybe you feel like it takes you longer to figure things out, or longer to do things, or maybe you feel like you're not quite in step with the times. You're behind the times. Could be something like that. So let's check this. Say, I tend to arrive late. Yeah, and that's resonating. And then there's the coherent aspect that's needed with the prefrontal cortex. Yes. Okay. So let's see what's needed here. So there are 12 options. So it's something from 1 through 6. It's number 1. Yes. I concentrate with ease. Nice. So let us check that. Say, I concentrate with ease. Okay. Yeah. And we are not resonating with that right now. We are off for that. Okay. So there's anything else that's needed from the brain area? No. Okay. So that was the prefrontal cortex. We needed to optimize there. There's something from part G we need to look at. Yes. Okay. This is one of those big life questions. Okay. So the question is, where are you in conflict in your life? Or where are you not telling the truth, either to yourself or others? Or how are you not being true to yourself? I'm going to check here. So this is something we need to get from the group. It is. Okay. So where are you in conflict, either within yourself or in your life, or where are you not living your truth? Ah, okay. So Carol, where are you? Do you mind if I unmute you? Or can you unmute yourself? So,
Yes,
so what you wrote was you felt like you had a life mission and now you're wondering if it's past.
right.
Yeah. So I guess, would you feel that you're in conflict about what your life mission is at this point, or?
Whether that's a true feeling and whether it really is something to let go of, and yes, what that would mean about moving forward.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see, there's any more information we need here? No, that's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for adding that to the mix here. Yeah. So Leanne says she's got many reasons for moving and many reasons for staying connected to the state she's in. It's like a push-pull. Yeah. You guess says not doing what I want, what I really want, and the balance in giving and receiving in relationships. Anne said. Aria says in my home, in my marriage, communications, finances, communication with an adult child. Yeah. And Letitia says in conflict with my inner child. Ah, well, so let's see. So we need to add any of the other aspects in this. No. So it's about this purpose. Yeah. Because I think, once you get clear on the purpose, a lot of the other conflicts will resolve. You'll get the clarity. So so this is the best way to word it. Yes. So say I am in conflict because I don't know my true mission and purpose. Yeah, and that's resonating. That is on. Yeah. Okay. So now there's something from this section that we need to look at. There's something from here. Okay. So this is moving now into the opportunity that this problem presents us with. So we started with, the fear, uncertainty, overwhelm about the future, the confusion, the fear of running out of resources and being let down by source. And now we're going to move into the positive. What's the opportunity for us here? So have a little sip of water here. So the opportunity, there's something that we need to look at here in regards to acceptance and gratitude. We do, yes. Okay, so this is about totally accepting present challenging situation. Free of, let's see, it's 8 choices. It's number 1. It's number 2, free of regrets. And somehow I feel like that free of regrets somehow relates back to that prefrontal cortex of I tend to arrive late. Something around regrets and lateness that seem connected to me. And then there's another aspect that's needed here. Yeah, it's number 3, 4, 5. Self-pity, right? That feel bad, complain, and give up, that helpless self-pity kind of attitude. Self-pity, got to switch that off. And then grief, anger, negative judgments. No, okay. And then I am grateful for the growth this challenge offers me. Okay, so let us check this. General check, okay. Say, I totally accept the present challenging situation. Free of regrets and self-pity. I am grateful for the growth this challenge offers me. Okay, so I'm going to check this at an umbilical level, at a core level. Yeah, so we're umbilically off for that, meaning we are totally like flip-flopped on that. There's no energy for the positive, and we are 180 degrees away from that. Okay. And usually when it's an umbilical, it's a core issue. It's a very old issue. It could be something from infancy, prenatal, past life, or it could be a generational or a societal pattern. So let's see what we need here. So moving further into the opportunity, there's an underlying need that we need to switch on. Yeah. So there's an underlying need. So any problem you have tells you that there's something that you need that you don't resonate with having. So let's find out what that need is. And the underlying need is something from number 1. Yeah, so it's the need for security, nurturance, and love. You know, those very primary needs of the first 3 years. You know, Letitia, when you said inner child, bingo. And you can see that in in the statement of the problem, how Tabitha framed it, very much survival, primal needs, right? So let's see what we need here. It's something from number 1. It's number 2. Yeah. I feel relaxed and secure is what we need. Yeah. So everybody take a deep breath in and let it out with a sigh of relief. Right? I feel relaxed and secure. So let's check this. I feel relaxed and secure. Okay, again, checking it umbilically without repeating it. Yeah, we are not resonating with that. We are flip-flopped on that one. From a very early age, no energy. It's like a flat line for that. So let's see what is next here. Okay. My nose is itchy again. So there's something from here. Yeah. So now the question is, what do you want instead of this problem of that uncertainty, overwhelm, and fear about the future, the confusion, the fears of running out of resources and being let down by source, that helplessness, the conflict, not knowing what our true mission and purpose is. What do you want instead of the uncertainty, overwhelm, and fear about the future? So this is something I need to get from the group. No, it's something I need to get from the field. Okay. All right. So let me take a moment and tap into the group field and see what comes up here. Okay, there's anything more? So we need all of this. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pop this one into the chat. As soon as I get rid of the typos. Okay, very good. So general check. So there it is, it's in the chat. So say, I feel secure, abundant, cared for, and nurtured. I understand my purpose and find meaning in all of my life circumstances. I enjoy connection and trying new things and meeting new people. I am happy, free, and fulfilled. Yeah, and we're not resonating with that. That's a nice one, though. We will be resonating with that. Okay, so let's see what next. So then we need something from this section, something from this section, something from this section. Okay, so name one action that supports realizing the opportunity of the problem. Okay, so the opportunity is to feel secure, abundant, cared for, and nurtured, to understand our purpose and find meaning in all of our circumstances, to enjoy connection and trying new things and meeting new people. I'm thinking about you, Leanne, moving to a new place, meeting new people. I am happy, free, and fulfilled. So, what is one positive action that will support you in realizing this intention? What do we need to do? And it could be, it doesn't have to be like a big grand thing. It could be something small. What would help us? What could we do that would move us in that direction? So this is something I need to get from the group. It is, yeah, okay. So any insights coming to you? Let's see here, and my chat is frozen. I'm gonna see if I can close it and open it again.
I can unmute.
Okay, great.
Everything with shifting affects your life's purpose. So the life purpose, and I think in part of it is really going inside very deeply, because you can't be happy and free and fulfilled. I mean, should we have a big life purpose to be fulfilled, or can it be something in front of us to be happy, free, and fulfilled?
Right.
And
yeah.
then what I'm going through is I have something very big in the present that I need to be in the present and accept the circumstance and feel secure, abundant, cared for, and nurtured in a circumstance, new relationship where I don't know what's going to go. But that anchors me, because a lot of it has to do with me also.
So the positive action is
Owning.
Owning what?
The power.
Owning your power. Bingo. Thank you.
No problem.
Great. Yeah.
Mute me.
Yeah. Can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
Great. So let's see, there's something more to own. We need to add something more to owning our power. We don't, okay? So let's check this. General check, say I own my power. Yeah, okay. We're gonna check it umbilically. Checking umbilically without repeating it. Yeah, right now, flat line on that one. No energy for that. It's umbilically off. Wow, okay. Good. Okay, great. And so for those of you who are typing in the chat, so you're also putting these intentions into the repatterning. So that's great, because it's kind of like a secondary level of transformation that's going on. We've got sort of the primary stuff that we're working with, that we're muscle checking, but then we've got all these other wonderful intentions, getting on a healthy schedule with eating and sleeping, surrendering to the process, paying attention to all of the opportunities that present themselves and taking advantage of them. Beautiful. Gratitude practice. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So now let's see what's next here. So there's something from here. Yeah. So there's a neurotransmitter or a peptide or an endorphin that is needed for creating these new neural pathways that are going to help us to move into the opportunity. So let's see what we need here. Alrighty, so there are 7 options, and it's number 1, it's number 2, it's number 3. So we need some serotonin. We need to resonate with coherent serotonin response. I receive all that I need in order to fulfill my purpose and service to humanity. That's beautiful, Janine. Thank you for that. All right, so the serotonin response we need to resonate with. It's something from 1 through 10, 1 through 5, number 1, number 2. Oh, interesting. I enjoy doing those actions that cause others to respect me. Huh. Interesting how that fits in here. Yeah. So this is a general check. So say, I enjoy doing those actions that cause others to respect me. And we're not resonating with that. And just take a moment and just see what comes up for you in terms of how that fits in with what we've been talking about and what that means for you. You know, it's interesting, that piece about that cause others to respect me, because normally the focus is on ourselves, you know, self-respect and just keeping, you know, self-responsibility. But I have a sense that's related to owning our power. You know, when you show up in the world, owning your power, it does command respect, you know, when you own your power and treat yourself with respect. It shows others how to respect you. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so that's the serotonin response that we need to resonate with. And now I'm going to check here. There's something on a brain wave that is needed. No, okay. There's any forgiveness. We need to work with a harmonious note. We need to go to the modalities. Yeah. So now we're going to do something to make an input of energy into the field to shift all these. So it's like flicking switches. We're turning off the energy on the negative, turning on the energy on the positive. Carol says that relates to an experience she had last night that caused all of her doubts to come up in a group. Interesting. And Leanne says, yeah, it relates when in a relationship. Yeah. Janine says, I'm unable to meet all my needs in my current situation. Yeah, so this is where we own our power to make the changes. Yeah. All right, so let's do a modality here and put an input into the field and shift all this. Okay, just taking a little pause here. So the modality that we need at this time is something from the Spiral Up Index, Inner Cultivations, Family Systems. And Liz says it relates to feeling unseen. Right, when others respect you, you feel more safe being seen. The heart protector can sort of relax a little bit. So we're going to do something from a family systems modality, and it's something from the first index. It's the second index. Okay. All right. Yeah, not surprised that the family system is coming up, given all those umbilical muscle checks that may be family related. So the modality that we need as a group at this time is something from A through E, something from F. Okay, so we're going to fuse in a symbol of an archetype. And the archetypal symbol that we need is something from 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, it's 16, it's 17, 18, 19, 20. Psychic totality. Psychic totality. Okay. Wow. Let's see what this is about. So psychic totality symbolizes plenitude. It's when the masculine and the feminine aspects have been integrated and psychic totality is reached. When moving according to the world's rhythm is totally natural. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to fuse in this symbol for psychic totality. So what I want you to do is close your eyes and just center within yourself. Take a couple of deep breaths. And allow or create an image or a symbol that represents psychic totality. It could be a light, a figure, a landscape, a shape. Whatever comes to your mind is fine. and see that image vividly. Look at the colors, the shapes. And now you're going to say to that image out loud, you say, now I see you. And I acknowledge what you are and what you represent. Psychic totality. You symbolize plenitude. You are the integration of the masculine and the feminine aspects. You allow movement to naturally flow according to the world's rhythm. I now take everything that you give me. I am nourished by you. And I do something good with this. I choose to give you a place in my heart. And I honor you. In this way, I naturally integrate my feminine and masculine aspects. And I naturally move to the world's rhythms. And now bow your head and this reverence represents honoring and accepting psychic totality with everything that it is and everything that it gives you. And now do the open heart posture where your arms are out, your palms are open, and breathe in and fuse in this symbol for psychic totality into your body and put it wherever it feels most comfortable for you. And by doing this, you have all of its resources and you can use them for the greatest good. And this is complete. Yes. Nice. Good. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the here and now. Anne says, wow. Annette says, wow. Anne says, yippee. Wow, that's awesome. Carol says it was mind-blowing. And Tabitha, I was thinking of you as we're moving to the world's rhythm. Tabitha is a movement medicine wizard practitioner. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so Carol says, is there any way at all to get all that in print? No, but you can listen to the recording. Okay, so it's best to go back and recheck the statements. Yes, okay. So I'm just going to check here. We need to go through each and every statement and recheck each and every statement. No, there's one that we need to check that will proxy for the others. Yes, okay. All righty. So it matters which one. It does. Okay, so I'm just going to go through my document here and see which one. It's this one, 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 this one. It's this one. It's this one. So it's the opportunity of this of the problem here. It's feeling secure, abundant, cared for, and nurtured. It's that one. So we need to check that one. So let's check that. So say I feel secure, abundant, cared for, and nurtured. I understand my purpose. And I find meaning in all of my life circumstances. I enjoy connection and trying new things and meeting new people. I am happy, free, and fulfilled. Yeah, we're resonating with that. Great, good. That is on. And I'm just going to check. There's any other statements that would be beneficial for us to recheck at this time? No. So all of the non-coherent aspects that we identified in the session, whether the primary ones here that I put in my document or whether people put them in the chat, have been switched off. That is correct. And all of the coherent or positive aspects that we've identified in the session, whether here in my primary document or whether in the chat, have been switched on. Yes, and that is correct. Awesome. Cool. Very good. So there's anything more that is needed from the session? No. The session is complete. Yes. Great. Well, thank you so much. What a way to end the year, huh? Great way to end the year and move into the new year. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Awesome. So I want to let you know that I'm going to be starting doing some very small groups, like 4 to 6 people over Zoom, that we work for an extended amount of time. And I'll be opening up invitations to that in the next month. If it's something that you are interested in learning more about, let me know and we can set up a time to talk. And I'm putting together the groups based on who's in the group, so that the groups will be really cohesive, very supportive, and really powerfully transformational. And I'm really excited to do this really like deep dive work to really move us all forward. So if that's something that interests you, reach out to me and let me know. And I also will be, I think I'm going to be doing the solstice repatterning coming up at the end of the month, December 21st, I think it is. So watch your emails for that. And I'll just open up the lines, you guys. Also, if you want a private session, reach out to me at et@liztobin.com. Right now, my website's a little funky. I have to fix my homepage. I haven't had time to do that, but my email's fine. So et@liztobin.com. And yeah, if there's anything you'd like to add into the mix, feel free to open up the lines, any insights or questions before we close. And he says, thank you, happy holidays. Great, happy holidays to you. Yes, happy holidays to you, Annette, Nancy. Thank you for coming. Aria, it's great to see you. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, beautiful, cool. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Happy holidays and psychic totality, moving with the earth's rhythm in ease, abundance, plenitude, and flow. Bye-bye. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It's that hot. Love it.